Imagine the sound of engines screaming, the smell of burning rubber filling the air, and an entire sea of orange fans going wild. This is the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort, one of the most thrilling races in Formula One. But did you know that this race, which brings so much excitement, might be in serious trouble? There are some big issues that could change everything for this iconic event. Stick around, because today we're diving deep into the controversies, the top drivers, and everything else you need to know about the upcoming Zandvoort Grand Prix. Welcome back, race fans. Today we're exploring the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort, a race that's not just exciting but also packed with drama, both on and off the track. Zandvoort is more than just a stop on the Formula One calendar. It's a place where history, passion, and the future of motorsport collide. But as much as we love this race, it's facing some serious challenges that could impact its future. We're going to cover everything, from the unique challenges of the track itself to the legal and environmental hurdles that could put the event in jeopardy. Plus, we'll look at which drivers are the ones to watch in this high-stakes race. Let's start by talking about what makes Zandvoort so special. Zandvoort is unlike any other circuit on the Formula One calendar. It's nestled right in the dunes, close to the beach, which gives it a stunning and unique backdrop. The track itself is full of twists and turns, with high-speed corners that really test a driver's skill. One of the most famous sections is the Tarzanbocht, a tight, banked corner that has seen some incredible overtakes over the years. And then there's the elevation changes. Unlike flat circuits, Zandvoort has many ups and downs, which makes it a real challenge for the drivers. They need to be at their absolute best to master this track. But it's not just the track that's special, it's the atmosphere. The Dutch fans are some of the most passionate in the world. Every year, tens of thousands of them flock to Zandvoort, dressed in orange, to support their local hero, Max Verstappen. When Max takes to the track, the noise is deafening. The energy in the stands is electric. It's like a huge party, with everyone coming together to celebrate their love of racing. This is what makes Zandvoort so unique. It's not just a race, it's an experience. But beneath the excitement, there's a storm brewing. The Zandvoort circuit is located in a very sensitive area, right in the middle of a protected nature reserve. This area is home to many rare species of plants and animals, some of which are endangered. Environmental groups have raised serious concerns about the impact that the Grand Prix is having on this delicate ecosystem. They argue that the noise from the cars, the pollution, and the huge number of visitors could cause serious damage to the environment. These groups are not just talking, they've taken legal action to try to stop the race from happening in the future. The specific environmental concerns are significant. The Zandvoort circuit is located near the Kennemerland Zuid Dune area, which is a protected nature reserve. This region is home to several endangered species, including the natterjack toad, sand lizards, and various rare plants like the dune pansy. The noise from the cars can disturb the local wildlife, particularly during the breeding season when animals are most vulnerable. Additionally, the increased pollution from the cars and the influx of visitors threatens to harm the delicate plants that are vital to the ecosystem. The sand dunes, which are an essential part of the coastal defense system, can also be damaged by the large number of spectators, potentially leading to erosion and other long-term environmental issues. This has created a lot of uncertainty about the future of the Dutch Grand Prix. The legal battle is still ongoing, and it's not clear what the outcome will be. If the courts decide that the environmental concerns are valid, they could place restrictions on the race, or in the worst-case scenario, they could stop it from happening altogether. This would be a huge blow to Formula One fans, especially those in the Netherlands, who see this race as one of the highlights of the year. It would also have a big impact on the local economy. The Dutch Grand Prix brings in millions of euros in tourism revenue, and without it, many local businesses could suffer. So what exactly is happening in the courts? Well, the environmental groups have argued that the Dutch Grand Prix does not comply with the country's environmental laws. They say that the race generates too much noise and pollution, which harms the wildlife in the area. The organizers of the Grand Prix, on the other hand, argue that they've taken steps to minimize the impact on the environment. They've introduced measures like limiting the number of cars that can access the circuit using cleaner fuels, and even restoring parts of the nature reserve. Despite these efforts, the legal battle is far from over. The courts are currently reviewing the evidence, and a decision could come at any time. If the ruling goes against the Grand Prix, it could lead to significant changes. For example, the organizers might have to reduce the number of spectators or even relocate the race to a different venue. This would be a huge disappointment for the fans who love the unique atmosphere of Zandvoort. But, on the other hand, it's important to protect the environment, and finding a balance between these two needs is not easy. Now, let's talk about the race itself. The Dutch Grand Prix is one of the most important races of the season, and this year is no exception. All eyes will be on Max Verstappen, the local hero and current leader of the championship. Max has been in incredible form this season, and he'll be looking to secure another win in front of his home crowd. But it won't be easy. There are several other drivers who will be pushing him all the way. Lando Norris, for example, has had a great season so far, and he's shown that he has the speed to compete with the best. Charles Leclerc is another driver to watch. He's been quick all season, and if everything goes right for him, he could be a real threat. Then there's the veterans. Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso may not be the youngest drivers on the grid, but they have something that can't be taught: experience. They know how to win races, and they'll be using every trick in the book to try and get ahead. And let's not forget about the constructors' battle. Teams like Red Bull, Mercedes, and Ferrari are all fighting for the top spot, and every point counts. The competition is fierce, and that's what makes this race so exciting. Whether you're a Max Verstappen fan or not, you can be sure that the Dutch Grand Prix is going to be a race to remember. With all these elements: an exciting track, passionate fans, top drivers, and a big question mark over the future, the Dutch Grand Prix 24 is set to be one of the most memorable races in recent history. If you're planning to watch, make sure you don't miss a moment, because this race could have everything. We might see a stunning victory for Max Verstappen, or we could witness a major upset. And with the legal battles in the background, this might be one of the last times we get to see the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. So, soak it all in, enjoy the atmosphere, and get ready for an unforgettable race. And if you're one of the lucky ones attending the event, take a moment to appreciate the unique setting. There's nothing quite like watching Formula One in the middle of the dunes, with the beach just a short walk away. So what do you think? Will Max Verstappen dominate in front of his home crowd, or will someone else steal the show? And what do you make of the environmental issues surrounding the race? It's a lot to think about, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to stay updated on all things Formula One. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.